When a narcissist sees you as being too strong, this is what they'll do. I always believe that understanding the behavior of narcissists is essential to preserving our well-being and mental health, and I hope you also agree with this. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt that someone was threatened by your strength, confidence, and personal power? It's a common experience, and it's particularly true in relationships with narcissists. When a narcissist sees you as being too strong, they will do everything in their power to undermine you and make you feel powerless. If you're dealing with a covert narcissist, they will initially be drawn to your strength, confidence, and courage. They will want to be around you and bask in your energy. However, the moment they feel threatened by your strength, they will turn the tables and make you the bad guy. They will try to paint you as someone who lacks personal integrity, morality, and character. They will go out of their way to create a public spectacle of your private failings, and they will use every weapon at their disposal to belittle and ridicule you. On the other hand, an inflated narcissist will be initially attracted to your strength and personal authority for similar reasons. They will see you as a challenge to their own power and authority. However, once they perceive you as a threat to their authority, they will launch an all-out attack on your character, reputation, and credibility. They will diminish your accomplishments, belittle your efforts, and ridicule your aspirations. Your strength and personal power won't become an issue until it becomes evident that you aren't so easily influenced, manipulated, dominated, tricked, deceived, or controlled, which of course will annoy them to no end and give them cause to believe their retaliatory actions are justified. It's often not understood that narcissists aren't the type to pursue lowlifes. If a self-destructive narcissist is bothering you, it's probably because you're a positive force who others can learn from. You have an exceptional capacity for empathy, and you love deeply and kindly and act nicely and well. Moreover, you have a lot going for you. In many ways, you represent the antithesis of the narcissist. You're also likely quite intelligent and quite successful. You're the reason for their success. You improve their reputation subtly, and at first, they appreciate it. Thus, the narcissist will be first drawn to you because of your strength, personal power, and all the other characteristics that make you dynamic. This is because they are constantly looking out for number one, their own self-interest. Narcissists, however, need to dominate social situations. Furthermore, they need to manufacture and sustain an impression of invincibility, regardless of how illusory it may be. A destructive narcissist will eventually find your strength and power to be a major source of conflict. Depending on the specifics, it may become immediately apparent, sometimes right away. Other times, it takes a while longer to become an obvious problem in the couple's dynamic. You'll feel a genuine change in the air when that time comes. Your strength and personal power may cause a lower covert narcissist to feel fear, envy, and insecurity, but they may be able to keep it a secret for a while. A more blatant narcissist can flip from Dr. Jekyll to Mr. Hyde in an instant. As a result, they probably won't be able to keep their triggers and ego wounds hidden for long. All narcissists are dishonest and cunning, but covert ones are especially so, in my opinion and observation. To continue, remember that narcissists thrive when they have power and influence over others as long as their wants and needs are addressed, but be on the watch if and when that changes. When you're not giving in to their demands, when it's evident that they're not in charge, when you refuse to do what they want, or if, heaven forbid, you manage to outshine, somehow or otherwise embarrass them. Well, what happens is, whether you recognize it or not, something that actually has nothing to do with you and no influence over it causes a hit to their ego, and sometimes a significant hit. This is not your thing, it is theirs. If they're unable to manipulate, dominate, or control you, for example, by gaslighting you into submission, humility, or feelings of inferiority, they will not be able to. Then they'll have to resort to indirect methods of attacking you, which are more subtle and less obvious than their original aggressive approach, but can be just as damaging. And you can't get any by trying to shape other people's opinions of you. A narcissist will feel frightened by you if they're unable to exert power over you. And when you make them feel threatened, they'll react in the only manner they know how to protect their phony self from you. That usually entails making efforts to manage others' impressions and emotions about you. Preemptively, they will try to discredit, degrade, and demean you in every way they can. However, this may have already begun well before you became aware of any issue. They are pretenders, and they tell lies. They're able to tell both white and black falsehoods with remarkable ease, and without any sense of remorse or regret. They have no difficulty turning up to play act, seeming like everything is fine, while secretly spreading rumors about you behind your back. This is a common tactic employed by narcissistic siblings and other narcissistic family members, acquaintances, coworkers, exes, and partners, typically to hide their abusive connections with those people. Ultimately, narcissists need to feel like they're in a position of power over others. However, anyone on the destructive narcissism spectrum would find your strength and personal power to be highly troublesome, even how beautiful and enticing they may have seemed at the beginning of the relationship dynamic. Simply put, you won't be easy to manage, dominate, deceive, or control, since you'll be too difficult or too hard to handle. And in truth, those who are deemed overly powerful by narcissists are actually independent thinkers who are not readily swayed by the views of others. They are self-actualized to the point where they can live their own lives, free from the crap the narcissist usually brings to the table, and they exude assurance, boundaries, independence, and clarity. Individuals who are capable of independent thought and action, who are in touch with their emotions, and who have faith in their own judgment are less likely to feel the need to constantly seek approval and validation from others, and more likely to rely on their own good judgment and a solid sense of self-worth. This is obviously not the type of person the narcissist wants to have around to engage in sick games with. If you manage to set off a narcissist with your own sense of strength, confidence, courage, and personal power, that narcissist will not only try to discredit and slander you in front of others, but they will also seize any chance they can to bring you down a peg or two. If they find a mistake, weakness, failure, or perceived lack, they will be happy to point it out. What's more, they'll hold your bad record and other failures over your head to blackmail you. They'll relish the opportunity to exploit your history against you, and they'll do so by displaying it proudly on the wall like an antique. No matter how much time has passed, how much you've matured, or how much you've changed, that moment will always be a part of you. They'll use it as an excuse for just about anything. They will enjoy picking at your weak spots in an effort to make you question your own abilities and value. That is to say that they will intentionally create and increase your feelings of guilt, shame, fear, inadequacy, and insecurity, if only to keep you in line and humbled, when in fact all this craziness stems from their own internalized yet unacknowledged sentiments of inadequacy. It's hard to believe that people can be this vicious for no other reason than their own fear, guilt, and insecurities have been triggered unless you've been on the receiving end of emotional and psychological abuse. I can guarantee you, however, that such things occur constantly and routinely in the world of narcissistic abuse. So, what is the way out of this predicament? Safeguard your health and safety. To begin, you should put as much distance as possible between yourself and the narcissist so as to deprive them of their narcissistic supply. Cut and cauterize your way out of the situation if at all possible. After establishing what should be minimal contact, if not complete absence, give yourself time to recover. You need to dedicate yourself to your own healing and rehabilitation in order to not only reclaim your power and rebuild your self-confidence, but also to break the subconscious magnetic connection pattern that is drawing this type of perpetrator into your life. Finally, educate yourself on the art of effective boundary setting. Few of us were taught how to become a boundary badass, yet it's a talent we'll all need to survive. And it's time to learn how to confidently create healthy boundaries that safeguard your mental health and the quality of your life if you haven't already. As such, I'm going to end this video here, but before I do, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification to make sure you always see my latest upload. Thanks.
So let's summarize today's video in a few words. Today, we just learned how to recognize when a narcissist feels threatened by your strength and personal power and what they will do to undermine you. If you have ever felt like someone was threatened by your confidence and courage, I hope this video has helped you a lot. Narcissists are attracted to strong, successful people because they want to be associated with them and bask in their energy. However, once they perceive you as a threat to their authority, they will launch an all-out attack on your character, reputation, and credibility. They will diminish your accomplishment, belittle your efforts, and ridicule your aspirations. Narcissists need to dominate social situations and manufacture an impression of invincibility, and your strength and personal power may become a major source of conflict. When they can't manipulate, dominate, or control you, they will resort to indirect methods of attacking you, discrediting, degrading, and demeaning you. They tell lies, spread rumors, and play act while secretly undermining you. I hope now we can all recognize the signs of narcissistic behavior and how to protect ourselves from their attacks. It's important to set healthy boundaries, establish clear communication, and build a support network to help you deal with narcissistic people. With these tools and strategies, you'll be able to maintain your strength and personal power, even when faced with a narcissist's attempts to undermine you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you have any opinions or thoughts regarding this, please share them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.